where you're from and what you do, just as an introduction.
Yeah. Yes, I'm from Vietnam. I'm living in Ho Chi Minh City in southern Vietnam. Yes, and I'm quality control in software.
Awesome. Very good. Excellent. Next we have Debbie. Hello.
Hello.
All right, Debbie. Can you tell us where you're from and what you do?
I'm from South Jakarta, Indonesia, and I am a procurement staff.
You're a what, sorry?
I am a procurement staff.
Procurement staff?
Yes, like procurement agent.
Okay. Very good. Okay, excellent. So welcome. And we have Lynn. Hello, Lynn.
Yes, my teacher.
All right, so
I'm Lynn. I'm from Vietnam, now living in Ho Chi Minh City. I'm student in university.
awesome. Very good. Studying what?
I'm studying accounting.
Accounting. Okay, very good. So welcome, Lynn. And we have Trung. Hello.
Yeah, hello teacher and everyone. My name is Trung and I'm from Vietnam. Now I live in Ho Chi Minh City and I work in logistics.
Awesome. Very good. So our class today will be about will be in the theme of health and wellness. So I'll start by asking a little bit about your health and what you do to stay healthy, or how you take care of yourself. And then we will read an article that's titled "Lifespan is Declining in U.S. CDC Says." So we'll read this short article, and I'll ask you some questions about it. We'll discuss some vocabulary, and we'll talk about issues of this, like healthcare, mental health, and mental health care. We'll talk a little bit about the situation in your countries. Okay, so let's begin with Trung. Let's see. Do you consider yourself to be healthy, Trung?
Sorry, teacher?
Do you consider yourself to be healthy? Are you healthy? A healthy person?
You asking me I am a healthy person? I think I'm not a healthy person because I'm like technology and I spend a lot of time with the computer. I'm lazy to do exercise. But I try to eat the good foods, the fresh foods. But I think it's not enough for me. I need to do exercise more. And my wife always complain me about my exercise. Because I stay in with the computer maybe more than maybe 10 to 20 hours a day with my computer. Yes.
Wow. Okay. So you're sat down a lot. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's tricky. Bruno, how about you? Do you take care of your health?
Yes, I think I'm a healthy person. I'm spend a lot of time in computer too, but I do exercise in the morning. I get a ride in the cycle.
You ride the bicycle?
Yes.
Okay. Like a stationary bicycle or one in the street?
No, in the street.
Oh, okay. Good for you. Excellent. Dung, how about you? Do you take care of your health, or are you a healthy person?
Yeah, I used to a healthy person, but now I'm not a healthy person. Yes,
No?
because yeah, because currently I have a lot of time in the comedy, so I have no time. I have not the time enough to exercise. Yeah. And but I try, but I always try to eat healthy food. For example, I It's 4 days. 4 days for guest people meal a month.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes. It means no meat, no fish, anything else. It means no red meat.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. Yeah, it's difficult sometimes with work. And you have little time to exercise, but yeah, that's good. So, Daddy, how about you? Do you take care of your health? Hello, Debbie? Are you there, Debbie? What happened? Okay, let's go to Lynn. How about you, Lynn? Do you take care of your health?
Can I have this? I lazy exercise and I eat fast food, yeah,
Do you do exercise and you eat well?
fast food,
I'm sorry?
fast food,
Fast food.
yes.
So you don't eat. You eat fast food, but you do exercise.
No, I don't exercise.
You don't exercise, and you eat fast
Yes.
food.
Yes.
Okay. You're saying you're not healthy. Okay. Very good. Sorry, it's just difficult to hear you sometimes. Lynn. I think that I don't know if it's the connection or the microphone, but good. So here it is. Lifespan is declining in the U.S. CDC says. So, Lynn, can you read first paragraph here? Begins with life.
Yes. Life expectancy in the U.S. has dropped for the second year in a row, and this rise from side of the tail feeding cost of death has gone up, according to new data.
Good. Okay. And John, can you read the second paragraph more?
Yeah. More Americans are dying from drug overdose, chronic liver.
Trump. Sorry. Trump.
Yeah.
Yes. More Americans are dying from the drug overdose, chronic liver,
Chronic.
chronic
Like a K. Yeah.
chronic
Chronic.
liver disease.
No, again. There's two cuts. So the beginning is cut, and at the end it's cut. Chronic.
Liver disease, so suicide, Alzheimer's,
Yeah,
Alzheimer, and
septicemia.
septicemia, serious block infection than they have in the past.
Okay, excellent. Okay, thank you, Chung. You got a lot of difficult words in there. Okay, very good. Bruno, can you read the last paragraph, please?
Yes. These leak statistics come from the last annual health of the National Report from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, which looks at trends in health statistics, including where, when, and how people are getting sick and dying. It also measures life expectancy, which can be used as indicative of a country's
Overall health.
overall health.
Good. Okay, excellent. So, Doom,
Yes.
what what is life expectancy?
It's life expectancy. It means how long they want to live, how long they want to alive,
How long they want to?
live.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, what is like probable? You know, the statistics say the life expectancy is like, okay, most likely or on average, people are living to until 75, or maybe it's 77, or maybe it's going down. It's down to 71. You know, it's just the average of what people are living. But then what happened? What does this? What do they say about life expectancy in the U.S.? What's been happening to it? Dun?
Yeah, yes. I'm thinking, but I have no idea.
I can help you.
Yeah. Can life expectancy in the U.S. has dropped?
Yeah, yes, drop.
What does that
Yeah.
mean? Is it going up? Is it going down? What's happening?
It's mean going down.
Right. So the average age that people are living is getting less. People are dying earlier. Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. Let's try it, Debbie. Oh, no, Debbie. Okay. Lynn.
Yes, teacher.
So Lynn, what are people dying from? What has caused the life expectancy to drop?
Teacher from the cow.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Okay. So it says life expectancy in the U.S., the age that people should live to, the average age has been going down. People have been dying earlier, younger. What has caused that? Okay, that's right. Maybe I'll come back to you then. Do you know what has caused the life expectancy to drop in the U.S.? What has caused it?
The cause is the rust overdose
Right.
and chronic liver disease
Chronic. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
diseases,
Yeah.
suicide,
Big one.
yes,
Mhm.
and septicemia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, okay. Yeah, chronic liver disease. Do you know what is a big cause of chronic liver disease? Why do people get chronic liver disease?
I don't know, teacher.
No? Okay, maybe. Bruno, do you know? Why do people get chronic liver disease?
Maybe it can be because they don't do exercise.
Exercise, no. Maybe that's part of it, but it's mainly caused by it's mainly caused by alcoholism. So if you drink too much alcohol, also drugs can do that because your liver works in purifying your blood from alcohol, from drugs, things like this. So if you're constantly taking drugs, or alcohol is kind of like a drug too, your liver works so hard and it starts to fail. It starts to fail. Yeah. So let's see, and let's see. So Bruno, what is the CDC? What does the CDC do? What is it, and what does it do?
What is what?
The CDC. So this whole thing is it's said by the CDC. What is the CDC, and what does it do?
That means that.
I'm sorry?
Means that?
Dead? No.
No.
An organization. The CDC.
Okay, yeah, right.
CDC.
You got it.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Yes.
Okay, so they did all these. They kind of did this study or provided these statistics. Okay, Dung.
Yes.
It says here that these are bleak statistics. What is something that is bleak? Bleak statistic.
I think it's a bad report.
Yeah, exactly. Something that's bleak is it's very bad. It's very dark. It doesn't look good. The situation looks bleak. I'm in trouble with my boss. Or it could be anything. Your team is losing 3-0, and you're like, oh, this is bleak. A bleak situation. Doesn't look good. So good. Okay. So what does this let's see, what does this do? What does this article suggest about the United States, about health in the United States? What does it suggest?
Suggest on the United States. I think they suggest a major life expectancy, which can be used as an indicator of country's overall health.
Okay, so it suggests I didn't quite catch that. The life expectancy dropping. It suggests the problems that are happening. So it suggests there's some problems. Let's see. What kind of problems, Lynn? What kind of problems does this article suggest with health and healthcare in the United States?
I believe problem is healthy is that they don't take care healthy on the night. Yes, they drug, they smoke, and they do work a lot of stress, and it's a lot of bad healthy and PCD they make it better for the life.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so it suggests that health quality is going down. Let's see, Frank, how about you? What do you think this article suggests? What does it suggest about healthcare and the health of people in the United States?
This article first is warning about the increasing of people dying, and they suggest everybody do I think it not exactly they not suggest some in have to do some special thing, but it's total with the how the we have they have the center for disease control and prevention and everybody can look at in this in the report and try to do the healthy life. I think that.
Right. Okay. It's a tricky. I think yeah, you bring up definitely some good points, but also let's see, what do you think, Bruno? What do these statistics suggest? What are they? What kind of the information? What does it tell us about? What picture does it paint for us?
It's getting bad.
Okay, it's getting bad. So what do things like, if there's an increase of drug overdose causing death, liver disease causing death,
Alzheimer.
suicide causing death, what do these kind of things suggest? That people are what's wrong with their health?
They love drugs.
They love drugs. Yeah, it probably. So there's probably a lot of mental health issues. People who are not happy with their lives. Yeah, and then what do you think? Well, Alzheimer's, I think, is, I don't know what really causes that, but septicemia. That kind of suggests. What does that suggest? That people are dying more from septicemia. It's a blood infection.
Okay, that suggests they're not good with the. I don't know how to say. There are many infections.
Yeah. Where do these infections? Do you know where these infections normally come from?
Come from the food, the environment. No?
The hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, septicemia. It often happens in hospitals because surgery is when a lot of infections happen. People die from blood infections and complications from surgery. So maybe suggest that healthcare in the hospitals is not so. It's the quality is going down. More people are dying from this these infections.
Then septicemia is a specific infection.
Yeah, it's an infection. It's an infection that gets into your blood.
Okay.
So it could be anything. You can cut your finger and it gets infected. Now, what happens is if there's an infection here and maybe you put some cream on it, you try to treat it. But what can happen is if the infection grows, I don't know if you've ever seen this. It's happened to me before. You can see that the infection starts to grow into your bloodstream. So you can see the blood, the vein, and it starts to go. Or maybe you see it here, and you're like, ooh, I need to go to the doctor.
Okay.
Because there's blood. You can see that the infection is moving in so that's septicemia. When an infection, it gets into your blood. Very, very dangerous. But yeah. So that was a little complicated, I think, that article. But why don't you tell me a little bit about healthcare in your country? Do you think that when we talk about mental healthcare and the healthcare in hospitals, how is it, Bruno? How is healthcare in Mexico, in your opinion?
No, in my opinion, it's not so good.
Mm-hmm. And why?
We have to trouble with the drugs.
Mm-hmm. Trouble with drugs. More than the U.S.?
Nah, I don't
I
know.
don't think so. I think it's probably the drug capital of the world. But okay, very good. Dung, how about in Vietnam? How is healthcare in Vietnam?
Vietnam is nowadays environment polluted environment is increased. Yes, smoke from the factory is going up, and
Mm-hmm.
yes, and the jars the people throw the jars into the river that cause polluted the water.
Right. So you
Yes,
have a lot
and
of. Uh-huh.
yes, and they use a lot of plastic for temporary. Yes,
Uh-huh.
and I think it's getting bad in Vietnam.
Oh yeah. So there are serious problems with pollution. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That affects health. Lynn, how about what do you think of healthcare in your country in Vietnam? What's your opinion? Lynn?
Yes. Japan, my country is I think it's around trees a lot of for my country because in my country you cannot see the trees. Yes,
You can't see trees.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's tricky. So again, these are both kind of environmental issues. John, how about like healthcare in hospitals and things like this? What do you think of the quality of care that you receive in hospitals, doctors? What do you think? How is it?
With me in Vietnam, especially in Ho Chi Minh City, the hospital system is terrible. And whenever I go to the hospital in a government, it's a private hospital or the hospital in foreign investment is okay, but the hospital in a government is terrible, and it's a lot of people in there. I remember in the last time when last year I want to check up my health in a big hospital in Ho Chi Minh City, and I have to go there at 4 a.m. and it is I have to stand in line. And when I go there, it's hundreds people already, and they stay in there. But the doctor work at uh, 8 a.m. 8 o'clock, but the patient have to go there at 4 or 5 a.m. to the stay in line to get a number to the check it up. And
Yeah, to get a
recently
appointment.
recently the drugs the medicine in the hospital from the government, they have the fake drugs.
Wow.
I think it's terrible in Vietnam now, and I worry about us a lot.
Right, right.
Here we have the same problem with the hospital. There are a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people using it. Yeah. It's tricky. Yeah, healthcare. It's the difficult, the difficult situation in a lot of countries still, including the U.S. The U.S. has a terrible healthcare system. I mean, really horrible. So people lose their houses just to pay for healthcare. If you have an accident, Sometimes it can cost you hundreds and thousands of dollars, even if you have insurance. If you can still end up needing to pay hundreds and thousands of dollars to the hospital for care. It's really bad. So expensive. So we'll finish there. Good work, everyone. It was interesting for me hearing about your differences.